Here's the number for you. Minus 50%. That's what UPC did yesterday in a single session. And if you watched our last video on this stock, you saw this coming. Let me show you exactly how it played out. If you're new here, please subscribe. This channel doesn't just make calls, we track them. Yesterday on this tape, I looked at the Universe Pharmaceuticals, ticker UPC. It had just ripped 311% on Monday. But here's what I told you. The intraday story wasn't a rally, it was a distribution day. Opened at 17.17, bled all day, closed at 12.18. I said do not chase. Set a stop at 10 if you're holding. And wait for the full gap fill back to $3.50 to $4 before even thinking about an entry. 24 hours later, let's check the scorecard. Tuesday opened 7.80, that's below our $10 stop line before the first minute of trading event finished. If you were still holding from Monday, your stop saved you automatically. Good. Now look very close. 6.10, down almost 50% from Monday's close. Anyone who bought a dip near 12? They're sitting on a minus 50% loss right now in one session. This is exactly the scenario I worried about. Hourly chart makes it brutally clear. Price at 6.02, short-term trend 6.22, price is already below short-term trend. Mid-term at 4.08, long-term at 3.54. Upper rail at 3.30, lower rail at 2.68. See that massive spike on Monday? That's the 311% move. Then the collapse. Tuesday red candle is tiny by comparison, but is grinding lower through every support level. Volume tells you everything too. 55 million shares on Monday, 1.3 million on Tuesday. The Circus packed up and left town. Daily frame confirms the damage. Price at 6.10, long term at 3.65, mid term at 4.38, short term at 4.27. All trends cluster between 3.60 and 4.40. Price is still 40% above them. That means the gap isn't fully filled yet. Upper rail at 360, lower rail at 253. We're about halfway between current price and the original base zone we talked about yesterday. So where does this go from here? Same answer as yesterday. Only more urgent now. If you're not in this trade, stay out. Don't catch the falling knife at $6. There is no floor yet. No consolidation, no volume support. Just gravity pulling price toward the trend cluster and around $3.50 to $4. That's where you reasset. Not before, not at 6, not at 5. You wait until price finds the trend line and shows you a base with some volume behind it. Then and only then, you decide if there's anything worth owning. 50% in one day, that's what chasing a 300% pump looks like when the music stops. Subscribe if these warnings save your money. Watch list like always in the description. Please trade safe.